we have very little to do with music and we have very little to do with gaming, but hopefully we'll find some way of connecting the two through card games.
Yes.
The universal medium of card games. Getting a bit of feedback there.
Huh?
There's a bit of feedback on the mic.
Is there?
Is there?
Speak loud.
Okay,
More feedback is no bot.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm Little Kuriboh. I created Yeah, I do 90% of the voices on it. I write the show, edit the show. I'm like the Steven Spielberg of the Abridged series, I guess.
But you're talented.
Yeah, if I made War of the Worlds, Goku would have died. I'm glad people get that. But yeah, we're going to debut a new episode here. We're actually, yeah, we're in the process of downloading it apparently because Crows. So Crows lost the episode, so we had to go download it again.
Downloading it right now.
Or just be patient, we'll have it.
Yeah, so it might be.
We love you, Crows.
Yes, we do love Crows. It might be 10 minutes.
18 minutes.
18 minutes before we can watch the episode, which will be hopefully you guys will like it. It's potentially the final episode ever, as a lot of you know. But fingers crossed that the British guy will win.
Yay, British.
What was it? No, Epicora. If he wins, then.
If Bakura wins the series,
Florence.
actually we don't know. What does that Florence? Yes. What happens if he wins? Because we know if he
Whoever wins decides whether the show gets canceled or not.
If Bakura wins, the world is destroyed by Zork. If Melvin wins, the series is cancelled. So whichever one you think is the worst.
Well, Zork destroys the world every other day.
Zork and pals.
True.
That's a lie.
Do you guys miss Zork?
Yes.
Hooray!
So if you guys have any questions before we show the episode, feel free to raise your hands and.
Raise your hands.
No, okay. Anybody on the panel have any questions for the audience?
Who are you people?
Yeah, right.
Insane fans.
How did you sleep last night?
Yes, sir.
On a pile of money.
Just a quick question. How do you keep the flocking fans from attacking you every time you walk around these convention halls?
Well, it kind of helps that when you're a voice actor or like a wannabe voice actor like myself, you don't really get recognized for the way you look. So unless you go to somebody and actually specifically talk in a voice. There's a funny story because the first time I was ever recognized for anything was I was on a bus and we have the double-decker buses in England, and I was on the top of the double-decker bus with somebody, and there was nobody else on the top, and I was just sort of goofing around doing voices, and I got off the bus and somebody was standing just at the bus stop, and they were like, excuse me, can I just talk to you for a second? I was like, oh god, they want to give me a leaflet or something like that, or get me to sign something or donate something, and I was just like, I've got things I need to do. I was going to walk away and just ignore them, and then they were like, are you Little Kuriboh? And I was like, how did they find me? Yeah, that was a really cool experience because he was in the area and he knew about this stuff, and then I actually was recognized just because I filmed the live action episode 1, and I was recognized in a game store with there's like video games and stuff, and some guys had seen me in there before, and they were like, are you Little Kuriboh? And we'd seen before, we didn't know if it was you or not. But yeah, stopping them, I've actually had pretty positive experiences with the fans of this series. You're all really, really cool. I don't know how to say it. I've heard horror stories from people about anime conventions and anime fans, and I know this is an anime convention, but it's a very passionate fan base, and I've never had a negative experience with any of you. It's been really, really amazing. I've been really, really grateful for it.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, I don't really try. I welcome the harassment.
Oh, really? It'll make for an interesting video. Somebody had their hand up. Let's go.
Has your opinion of the original show changed since the Abridged series?
Well, when you're editing a show of anything, like if you actually watch behind-the-scenes stuff for films and TV shows and stuff, when the people who actually make that stuff, a very different view on the actual material as the people who watch it and are fans of it. And obviously, I was a fan of YuGiOh originally. But when you actually sit down with an episode and you write a different script and you edit the same footage over and over again, and you become intimately familiar with it to the point that it's like, well, I've seen that so many times. It just doesn't have the same effect that it used to. I mean, I used to get very excited when, you know, it was like a 6-episode duel of Yugi fighting Pegasus. But, you know, when you've tried to condense that into like 9 minutes, which is essentially like 6 episodes of 20 minutes of dueling, it's like 2 hours of footage down into 9 minutes, and it's just, I can't get excited by that because I know it like word for word now. But I still love the characters, and I love the fans, and I do like the show. It's not the same as it was originally. I can't pretend that it's exactly the same, but I still love it.
Who is your favorite character? I don't think I ever asked you. And who's your favorite character in the actual show? Not the abridged version, but the real.
Yugi, obviously. I really like Yugi. He's, I aspire to that sort of character. It's somebody who just is, you know, basically really good and completely incorrigible in that respect. You know, you can't fault someone like Yugi because he's good to a fault. He's you know, he's so flawed.
So good, you want to
he's
kick
flawed
him
in
in
that
the
respect
face.
because, you know, he's so devoted to his friends, but, you know, and that's the sort of person I would like to be. You know, a lot of people don't like him because they say he's boring, but I just don't think we're looking too far into him.
He's boring. You think he's boring?
Some people think
People think Yugi's boring.
he's a placeholder for Yami.
Yeah, people are just like, when is he going to transform? And sometimes they don't even show him transforming. Sometimes it's just like Yugi's there and then it cuts away and you hear Yami's voice. It's like, what happened there?
It's the Campfer effect.
I've seen much more boring, quote-unquote, characters in at least the first show. But I thought that's kind of strange.
Yugi's cool.
He's a pretty cool guy. He plays card games and doesn't afraid of anything. Look at how current I am. Any questions? You, Kyla.
Who's your favorite character on the Abridged series to do, or in general?
Favorite character on the Abridged series, and just to voice in general, I really like doing Marek. And
It's so grating.
it's a shame because at the end of season 2, and I've said this several times, I've really been, while I've been excited to get to the end of season 2, it's also kind of sad really because Marek's not going to be in the show anymore.
Yeah.
Not in his current form. I mean, Yami Marek is going to be around for a while, but it's not the same person. I treat it like a completely different character when I'm writing for him. And Marek himself, when he shows up next in the series after the season 2 finale, he's just like, I am devoid of anything that made me interesting.
I'm a good guy now.
I'm a good guy now. Okay, bye.
You know, I always told him that I thought his Marek voice sounded something like Wario and Waluigi.
I'm gonna win.
Anybody else? You in the back?
So are you a professional question asker?
You have a difficult job, sir.
YuGiOh, the Abridged series, as well as Naruto and Dragon Ball Z, have all been hit by some copyright problems on YouTube. Ever worried about getting sued?
Do we worry about getting sued?
Every day.
Yeah, a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it's such a hazy subject because there are so many, like, it's a parody at the end of the day. I mean, I literally, for the most part, am taking still
Crow's changed
images.
his shirt. Crow's changed his shirt for the first time in 4 days. Model it, model it.
Anyway,
That's the whole point of the panel is Crow's shirt.
do you guys worry about it?
Well, I can only speak for myself, but yeah, of course I'm worried. But you know, it's just, you know, we don't aim to make money out of it. We don't want to make money out of it. You know, we just do this for fun. You know, it's a fan-based parody.
It would be like somebody getting, it's like going into an 8th graders class, I don't know how this school system works, like a 3rd graders class or something like that. No, I mean, and like, if they draw like a picture of their favorite, like, Teen Titans character, it would be like, this is our character, we're suing you.
They are cute.
I mean, truthfully, I mean, I don't do abridged stuff, obviously, because I don't even know how to open Windows Movie Maker, but, I mean, I do parodies and stuff, and from what I've determined, most American companies don't really care, because, I mean, when it gets down to it, anybody can do it.
Or they're out of business.
It's not something that, you know, you can really stop. I have noticed that Japanese companies, when they seldom get involved,
Toei.
they don't
A lot.
get it exactly, and sometimes American people don't get it either, or that goes hand in hand with we don't care because we don't understand what the deal